Hi, I'm Kat and I play Red. With everything that's going on, I've decided to have a look at some what I call two-player plus games. Obviously, we've all got shelves full of games that take between 1 to 6, 7, even 8 players, but some of them don't work so well with 2 players. I did an article a while back about 2+ player games, games we all know generally as 4 players but play really well at 2. And that's what I'm going to be looking at for the next few videos, as I suspect a lot of us are sat at home with one other person to play with. So today we're looking at Hadara from Z-Man Games. Hadara came out towards the end of last year. Everyone was calling it the 7 Wonders killer, which was what got my interest up. We love 7 Wonders. However, anything less than 4 players, not so great. Hadara plays between 2 to 5 players, and in my mind plays just as well at 2 players as it does at 5 players. So let's have a look at it. At the start of the game, players will shuffle up and deal randomly out these cards, which will determine the player order and the number you'll start on each of the tracks on your player board. So the Pegasus here will start with 3 on the income track, 2 on the military, 1 on the culture, 4 on the food. This here denotes they're the Pegasus. I'm playing the Lion, and I will start with 2 on the income track, 1 on the military, 3 on culture, 4 on food. And we both start off with 8 gold. The game is played over 3 epochs. Each epoch has 2 phases. So our board is ready and set up for the first epoch. The starting player, the Pegasus, chooses which of the cards they want to look at first. So let's say they want to start with the green cards. So they would take 2 green cards, and as the Lion, I'd take 2 red cards. Now I get to look at both these cards, choose one that I want to keep and put into my play area, and discard the other one. So in this case I want to take this Chariot. This one cost me 2 gold, so I pay my 2 gold to the bank. It's worth 1 victory point at the end of the game. The number here is just to indicate the epoch the card belongs to. However, this will give me a 3-point increase on my military track. So I go up 1, 2, 3 and place this card in the red area underneath my board. So let's choose the other player's card for them. They're both quite good but quite expensive. So pop that there, and again this would cost 3. However, this will give them 1 gold income and 3 food income. After all the players have chosen their cards, the wheel is turned 1 space and players choose from the indicated area. So as the Lion, I choose the purple cards. If you notice on the back of the card here, it shows you at any point in the round you can discard a card completely out of the game to gain 2 coins. This number actually goes up as the epochs go on, but so does the cost of the cards. So I'm going to discard that one, play this one, which cost me 2 coins. Pegasus is on the yellow, so neither of them are particularly great. Let's pay that one and go up 1 on the income track. Play continues until all players have had the opportunity to buy a card of each colour, and you will end up with 2 cards in each of the discard piles on the board, ready to move into the second phase of the epoch. Before moving into phase B, all players get their income. Income is shown with the yellow track, so the Pegasus player here would get 5. I haven't moved mine up, so I'd only get 2, which would actually be a bit rubbish. Then, depending on a player's military strength, they have a chance to take one of these tiles. They show you here how many military you need for the opportunity to take them. Now, Pegasus only has 2, however I have 4, so I'd be able to take this tile. Now, I can either take it and get 3 coins, which I could really do with right now, or alternatively I can pay 1 coin to flip it over and gain the bonus on the other side, which in this case would be 1 on the income and 1 on the food track. However, I really need the money, so I'm going to take that tile, put it in my area and take 3 coins. Then players get a chance to carve statues depending on their culture level. Again, it's shown clearly on the board what level your culture needs to be at to achieve this. So here you need 6 culture to place a marker here. So let's pretend the Pegasus is on 6. They can choose any of these little tiles to place in the space here. Now, they can either choose to place it with the product side face up, in which case they'd get 2 income. Alternatively, they can place it victory point side up, and at the end of the game they would get 2 times 1, so 2 victory points, as well as the 4 victory points shown here on the board. Going into phase 2 of the epoch, you can see we have all these cards face up. So Pegasus player is still going first. They can pick any one of these top 5 cards to pay for and to place into their player area. Now, this is where Hadara gets quite interesting. If they were to choose this green card here, they could place it into their area. Now, this would normally cost 4 coins. However, because they already have 1 green card here, they get a discount of 1. So this card would only cost them 3 coins and would give them 2 income and 2 food. Their next green card, they'd actually have a discount of 2 because they have 2 green cards in play. Their yellow cards would be at a discount of 1, and the others they'd have to pay full price for. Again, during this phase, any card may be discarded for the 2 coins as shown on the back here. When cards are discarded for coins, they're taken completely out of the game rather than being placed back on the board, because that would be confusing. So, once all of these cards on the board have gone, we again go to the end of phase, and we would do income as before, take colonies if the military strength was high enough, build statues if the culture was high enough. However, at the end of phase B, you also need to feed your people, as shown on the food track here. You need to have 1 food per card in your player area. So in this case, you'd need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 food. Here, 9 food, so that would be fine. Let's just say though, you only had 5. You'd have to discard one of these cards. If I chose to discard this yellow card, I'd actually lose this point of income. So whatever is shown on the card you discard, you lose. After feeding your people, you then have the chance to buy gold and silver medals here on the top of your player board. player aids, there's a handy guide to the cost for this. It progressively gets more expensive as the game gets on. So in Epoch 1, a silver medal would cost you 4 coins, a gold 6. At the end of Epoch 2, 9 and 12, and the end of Epoch 3, 20 or 30. So let's have a look at the gold medals first. These are your gold medals. You have 2 that you can place on these 2 positions on the board. So if we were to pay 6 coins, and we could place a gold medal here. This would mean at the end of the game we would get 7 points for each set of all 5 colours we had in our play area. At the moment we'd need a yellow and a purple to complete. If you have multiple sets, you'll get multiple numbers of 7 points. So if you had 2 of each colour, you'd get 14 points. So these gold medals can really be worth big points at the end of the game. The silver medals are here. Again, using these little tokens that represent your 4 resources, you choose one to put in here. At the end of the game, you would get half the value of your food track. So use these handy little markers. Let's say at the end of the game we were on 25 for our food. We'd get half, rounded down, we'd get 12 points for this silver medal. These tracks can go up quite high, so the game does come with these little pointers for when you go higher than 10. And obviously you can have multiples on each track. Going into Epoch 2, cards are placed from Epoch 2's set and player order changes. So I was the second player, so I'd be the first player, and I would choose where I wanted to start. If you notice on the back of these cards, you can discard them for 3 coins this time. So again, we play phase A, take 2 cards, keep 1, discard 1, all the way round until all the cards have gone. And again, then we do our income, our combat, our culture. Then, taking the cards from the discard pile, we do income, combat, culture, feed and medals. After the second epoch has been played out, you then go into the third epoch. At the end of the third epoch, final scoring is calculated, and there's a handy little score pad for this. So, the first thing you'll count up will be these tiles. Each has point value on them, starting at 2 and going all the way up to 16 if you're good enough to get the higher values. So place the scores in here. Then you'll score your statues. So in this case I'd get 2 times 1 plus 4, I'd get 6 for this statue. 3 times 1 plus 8, I'd get 11, which would be a total of 17 for my statues. Then any silver medals, which, let's quickly, in this case my food would be at 10, I'd get 5 for that. Gold medals, well, I have 1 set of all 5 colours, so that would give me 7 points. I then need to go through and add up the points value as shown on the bottom of each card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 points for that, and any remaining cash you get 1 point for every 5 coins and add up to get a total. The player with the highest score wins. Hadara is a great alternative to Seven Wonders. It's still got the simultaneous play that keeps Seven Wonders flowing, but it is quite a different game. I love the idea of still getting to buy cards you discarded in the first phase of a round. It might be you just don't have the money, or it's not what you want at that moment, but you know if you discard it, there's always a chance to come back and grab it in phase 2 of the same epoch. We really enjoyed this game, and I have to say it's one we're very tempted to sit, play through, then shuffle the cards, deal them out and have another game because it's out anyway. Hadara is available now, published by Z-Man. Hope you liked this quick explanation. If you did, do a thumbs up. Have a look at my other videos, click like, subscribe, all that. Say hello to me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. Thanks very much for watching. See ya!